What we're going to do is the House Republicans are introducing a bill that will require proof of citizenship to vote. It seems like common sense. I'm sure all of us would agree. We only want U.S. citizens to vote in U.S. elections. But there are some Democrats who don't want to do that.
That is Mike Johnson striking a devil's bargain with almost literally the devil, Donald Trump. He is saying, we're gonna stop these people from voting in elections. And he gives that little wink, that little weaselly acknowledgement that he knows that what he's doing is fundamentally dishonest and self-interested. He's doing all of this so Donald Trump will side with him, which has happened. He got what he wanted. And I realized in that video with that little weaselly, goblin-y grin of his, who he reminds me of. And I apologize that nobody's gonna know this reference, but the patriarch of the weird family from the Burbs. Look up the doctor from the Burbs, and that is Mike Johnson. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. They seem like similar people, but in any event, what he's doing right there is he's saying, Trump, you give me your support, you shield me from Marjorie and the other wackadoodles, and I will pretend that you're right about all of this big lie stuff. And we'll do this election integrity bill that is totally unneeded. We'll do that. And so he's saying there that they want to stop non-citizens from voting. That is stupid because they already cannot vote. It is 100% illegal at federal and state levels and the vast majority of local elections as well. And to the extent that people might try to do it illegally, it is shockingly rare. However rare you think it is way rarer than that. And we'll give you the statistics, but they are already very much not allowed to vote in United States federal elections. That's under the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act of 1996. And by the way, in terms of how much of it happens in defiance of the law, election officials across 42 jurisdictions looked at over 23 million votes, and they estimated 30 incidents of suspected non-citizen voting. That means it's 0.0001%. It's 30 out of 23 million, which is almost exactly 1 million. And so if you're Donald Trump or Mike Johnson right now, you're probably thinking, so you're telling me there's a chance. But it's super rare, Francesca. What do you think?
No, I mean, it is wild, and it's sad. I mean, because we have 11 million undocumented people in this country who've been in this country for some decades, right? Who absolutely deserve the right to vote in a place where they contribute to, they work, they get their taxes taken out of, and they're not able to benefit from those taxes. It's ridiculous. So let's put that aside. You're just like, imagine you are fleeing gang violence in Honduras, and you and your young family, you cross the border, you pay a coyote, you risk your life, you nearly, dehydrate in the desert. Now you're working at a pork processing plant in some godforsaken place run by, some mega corporation. You get up at 4 in the morning. Imagine all the work that you would have to do to be like, is it election day? Do I need to vote for deputy county commissioner? I better get to the polling place. Do you know how hard it is to get citizens to vote? You know, all the groups that work their tail off. Our voting rates are like, what do we max out at, like 56% of eligible voters? Something like that, John. You know better than I do, but it's like, yeah, we can't even get American citizens to vote. Give me a break.
The whole thing is ridiculous. And yeah, like to all the people that say in the form that Mike Johnson does, or in the wilder form of like an Elon Musk spreading the replacement theory on Great Replacement on Twitter. So that law that stops them from voting in federal elections, why didn't the Democrats overturn it then? They had a supermajority at one point. They could have done that. Why are they not doing anything like that? They're not even advocating for it. They're not even advocating with some sort of like fake reason why it needs to go for some other thing. They're literally not even trying to do that at all, which would seem to be a pretty core part of pursuing the strategy of canceling out good white voters. Anyway, this is what Mike Johnson did. It may benefit him in the short term, but it certainly isn't a good look. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.